The secrets of Fajr do not stop at the boundaries of this life. They travel with you into the grave and manifest on the most terrifying day in human history, the day of resurrection, Qiyamah. Quran describes that day as a time when the sun will be rolled up, the stars will lose their shine, and humanity will be plunged into an absolute physical darkness. While the rest of the world is locked in a state of deep, unconscious slumber, a cosmic shift takes place across the universe. It is a moment where the physical laws of the world seem to pause, and a bridge opens between the earthly domain and the highest heavens. To the modern, fast-paced world, this is simply the coldest, darkest hour of the night, a time to press snooze. Wrap the blanket tighter and remain asleep. But to the spiritual elite, this is the most strategic window of the entire 24-hour timeline. This is the hour of Fajr. Throughout Islamic history, the dawn prayer has never been treated as just a ritual or a box to tick. It was approached as a hidden treasure chest. But why did the creator of the cosmos design this specific hour to be the ultimate test of human willpower? Why are the rewards tied to this dark, quiet window so astronomically massive that they outweigh the entire wealth of this earth? The answers are not found in modern self-help books. They are written in the unalterable text of the Holy Quran and encoded within the profound traditions of the Prophet Muhammad. If you are ready to wake up your soul and claim the power that was destined for you, do not look away. Watch this until the very last second. To understand the secret of Fajr, we must look at how the universe operates behind the veil of our physical sight. We live our lives thinking that time is just a ticking clock, but in the unseen dimension, time is governed by shifting shifts of celestial beings. The Creator established a highly specific security protocol for the earth, involving two distinct armies of angels, the angels of the night and the angels of the day. The Prophet Muhammad revealed this cosmic rotation in a beautiful tradition found in Sahih al-Bukhari. He said, "Angels come to you in succession by night and by day, and all of them gather together at the time of the Fajr prayer and the Asr prayer." Think about what this means for your daily timeline. When you stand up to recite the Quran or perform your prayers in the quiet stillness of dawn, you are not praying alone in a dark room. You are standing in a crowded room of celestial light. The night angels, who have been guarding your soul while you are vulnerable in sleep, are preparing to ascend back to the divine throne. The day angels, carrying the blessings for your upcoming day, have just arrived. Both assemblies pause. They gather around the believer who has defeated sleep, and they listen intensely to every letter of the Quran that leaves your lips. When these angels return to Allah, the Almighty asks them, though He already knows the answer, "In what state did you leave my servants?" And the angels reply with absolute pride, "Ya Allah, we left them while they were praying, and we arrived when they were praying." Imagine having your name broadcasted in the highest heavens at the start of every single day, not as someone who was sleeping, but as someone who was actively in communication with the Lord of the worlds. That is the first layer of the secret of Fajr. But accessing this celestial window is never easy, and that is by design. The morning hour is the battlefield where the ultimate psychological war is fought every single morning. The enemy, Iblis, understands that if he can control your morning, he can control your entire day. If he can make you miss the Fajr window, he can inject anxiety, laziness, and frustration into your neural pathways before you even take your first sip of coffee. The Prophet Muhammad exposed the exact mechanics of this morning sabotage in a chilling narration. When any one of you goes to sleep, Satan ties 3 knots at the back of his neck. On every knot he whispers, "The night is long, so stay asleep." Let's analyze this psychological trap. The whisper isn't, "Become a bad person." The whisper is simply, "Just 5 more minutes. The bed is warm. You had a long day. You can pray later." It is the illusion of comfort. But look at the counter-strategy provided by the Prophet Muhammad to unlock your mind. 1. The first snap. The moment you wake up and consciously remember Allah, the first knot of depression and laziness snaps. 2. The second snap. The moment you stand up and perform your ablution wudu, washing the sleep and the physical lethargy away, the second knot dissolves. 3. The third snap. The moment you say Allahu Akbar and begin your prayer, the final knot breaks completely. The Prophet described the psychological state of the person who completes this sequence. He wakes up in the morning full of energy, with a pure, happy soul. Otherwise, he wakes up with a corrupted soul, heavy with laziness. Have you ever wondered why some days you wake up feeling irritable, anxious, and overwhelmed by the smallest tasks, even if you slept for 8 hours? It is because your body slept, but your soul was left tied up in the knots of the enemy. The Fajr prayer is the daily chemical reset for your mental health. In the modern world, we measure value through currency, real estate, and social status. We look at billionaires and think they possess the peak of worldly success. But Islam introduces an entirely different system of economics, an asymmetrical valuation that shatters our concept of wealth. The Prophet Muhammad spoke about the 2 sunnah units, raka'ahs, that are performed before the main obligatory Fajr prayer. He stated in a short, monumental sentence found in Sahih Muslim, the 2 rak'ahs of sunnah before Fajr are better than this entire world and everything that is within it. Let that statement settle deep into your consciousness. Every skyscraper in New York, every ounce of gold buried in the vaults of banks, every luxury asset, and every oil field on this planet, all of it combined, is worth less in the eyes of the Creator than 2 minutes of sincere devotion performed by a believer before the sun rises. Why? Because everything on this earth is temporary. The wealth will fade, the buildings will turn to dust, and the empires will collapse. But those 2 rak'ahs are written in an eternal ledger. They belong to your real estate in the afterlife, which will never decay. When you prioritize Fajr, you are making a conscious statement to your own brain. My eternity is worth more than my temporary comfort. This shifts your psychology from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. How do you secure protection in a world so filled with chaos? The secret lies in the legal contract established by the Prophet Muhammad for the people of Deen. He said in a powerful tradition recorded in Sahih Muslim, whoever performs the Fajr prayer is under the direct protection and covenant of Allah. The secrets of Fajr do not stop at the boundaries of this life. They travel with you into the grave and manifest on the most terrifying day in human history, the day of resurrection, Qiyamah. Quran describes that day as a time when the sun will be rolled up, the stars will lose their shine, and humanity will be plunged into an absolute physical darkness. People will be desperate for a single ray of light to navigate the bridge Sirat that hangs over the abyss. On that day, your earthly wealth, your social media followers, and your status symbols will provide zero illumination, but the steps you took in the dark, cold mornings of this world will transform into physical light. The Prophet Muhammad delivered glad tidings to those who consistently made the journey to the mosques in the early hours. Give glad tidings to those who walk to the mosques in the dark, for they will possess an absolute perfect light on the day of resurrection. Sunan Abi Dawud, the Prophet Muhammad made a specific, historic supplication dua for his nation. O Allah, bless my nation in their early morning hours. Sunan at Tirmidhi, when you wake up for Fajr, you are tapping directly into the answer of that prophetic prayer. The hours between dawn and sunrise possess a supernatural quality of productivity. Your brain is at its absolute peak of focus. The atmosphere is devoid of distractions. Notifications are silent, and the spiritual energy of the earth is pure. 1 hour of work, study, or reflection during this blessed window yields more results than 4 hours of frantic work late at night when your brain is fatigued. By waking up for Fajr, you are aligning your biology with the cosmic rhythm designed by the Creator. You don't lose sleep, you gain a head start over the rest of the world. Up until now, we have discussed the beautiful rewards, the light, and the protection of Fajr. But to tell the full truth, we must also look at the mirror of accountability. We must look at the serious warnings issued by the Prophet Muhammad regarding the neglect of this specific window. During the era of the Sahaba, the companions used the Fajr prayer as the ultimate litmus test for a person's psychological and spiritual integrity. The Prophet Muhammad stated clearly in a narration found in Sahih al-Bukhari, the most burdensome prayers for the hypocrites are the Isha prayer and the Fajr prayer. If they only knew what rewards were in them, they would come to them even if they had to crawl on their knees. Why did the Prophet Muhammad use such strong language? Why did he link the missing of Fajr to nifaq, hypocrisy? Because anyone can pray when it is convenient. Anyone can perform a good deed when the sun is shining, when people are watching, and when it fits nicely into their schedule. That doesn't require deep faith, it just requires a social habit. The Prophet Muhammad was referring explicitly to the Fajr prayer and the Asr prayer. These are the two anchors of the human day. If you can control the start of your day at dawn, and you can pause your business at the peak of afternoon chaos for Asr, you have proven that your life revolves around your Creator, not around your desires. This single habit becomes an unbreachable wall between your soul and the punishment of the afterlife. It is the ultimate victory certificate, signed by the Messenger of Allah himself. Now that you know the hidden secrets, the cosmic value, and the spiritual protection buried inside the hour of Fajr, the question remains: how do we transform this knowledge into a permanent reality? How do we stop missing this blessed window? Mastering Fajr is not about setting 10 different alarms on your phone just to snooze them all. It is a systematic process that involves 4 distinct layers of physical and spiritual preparation. You cannot master the morning if you destroy your night. The Prophet Muhammad strongly disliked sleeping before Isha and engaging in casual, empty conversation after it. Protect your sleep schedule. Turn off your digital screens at least 30 minutes before bed to allow your brain to enter a state of rest. Before you close your eyes, make a formal, sincere contract with Allah. Say to yourself, Ya Allah, my soul belongs to you tonight. Wake me up at the hour of your pleasure. Do not let the enemy tie his knots around my neck. If your intention is true, Allah will dispatch an internal alarm clock that will wake you up before your phone even rings. Place your phone or your alarm clock across the room, away from your bed. Force your physical body to stand up, walk 3 steps, and plant your feet on the floor to turn it off. The moment your feet touch the ground, the first knot of Satan is weakened. Tomorrow morning, as the clock ticks down to the pre-dawn hours, the quiet city will pause once again. The night angels will prepare to ascend, the day angels will carry down the envelopes of blessings, and the enemy will arrive with his 3 dark knots. The entire universe will be waiting for your response. When that call to prayer echoes through the dark sky, declaring, prayer is better than sleep, remember what is at stake. Remember the 2 rakiyahs that outweigh the planet. Remember the covenant of divine protection. Remember the light for your resurrection. Do not let the enemy steal your timeline. Do not sell your eternity for an extra hour of unconsciousness. The secret window is opening. Wake up your soul, drop to your knees, and claim your victory. Until next time, may Allah fill your mornings with light, your days with barakah, and your heart with unwavering faith.